Hello! Don't know if you're a returning viewer from that the Clemson season we did last time. Maybe you found this from my offensive scheme breakdown video. Maybe you just had it randomly recommended to you in the YouTube algorithm. Whatever. Happy to have you if you are watching. Always feel free to comment. Give some tips, some pointers, some complaints, whatever your jam is. I got pretty thick skin. If you are new to this, we did this with Clemson last season. We used one team. We play with one team all the way through an online season. I'm in the Heisman tier, the highest skill tier that the game allows for in online head-to-head play. We track stats. We try to achieve goals, undefeated season, conference championship, win a natty, even win a Heisman. And if we do have some viewers, some audience, you guys can help with that part, the Heisman part especially. And this time it's going to be with Indiana. But now some sad news. You might have just seen on that leaderboards page, we're now 118-2 on this account. Anyone who watched the Clemson series knows I hadn't had a real loss yet on this account, and I'm like 730 overall on this year's game, minus disconnects. We had a disconnect loss on this account for our first loss, and then look down here. 35-14 against Notre Dame, we took the loss. This is actually going to be our second attempt at recording an Indiana season, so let's show you what happened with that. We were playing this nice young lady, TB Champion 12. Once the game got a little bit away from him, he started doing this stuff. Multiple times that message popped up, your opponent's losing connection or whatever the hell it says. And at one point, this guy was pretty blunt and direct with me. We were talking a lot of shit back and forth. You see his mic going off up there. He pretty much told me, he said, hey, you may be better than me at this game, but it sure would suck if I knew a magic internet trick, so you better watch what you say to me, blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, late in the game, 35-14, get this long connection problem. And then, yeah, the connection to your peer has been lost.
Making him yet another stupid bitch!
And whatever he did was quite effective, because it booted me completely off the servers, like lost connection to the PSN. I couldn't get back online for about 15 minutes that night. The other stuff in my house was disconnected and laggy for 10-15 minutes. Believe it or not, I'm actually not a super huge tech nerd. I don't know how all that shit works, but whatever he did, well done, sir. I don't necessarily approve of your sore loser emotional regulation issues mentality, but if you're going to have that and react that way, at least you do have some cool tricks up your sleeve. So that gave us our second loss on this account. I think we're 118-2 now on this one. And also gave us our first loss in that Indiana season, which caused us to just try to redo it and practice out the rest of the year. And then here's the biggest bummer from that. Look at the rest of this season there. Once he did that, and I was like, well, that's a pretty crappy way to take your first loss. I'm not even going to track stats or record anything the rest of the season. I'm just going to use this to lab. And what do you know? We had the best luck we've had in like 4 months in terms of quitters. We had almost no quitters the rest of that season. We had multiple games in the 60s, several games in the 50s. Pretty much all the games were at least 40-plus points. We went on a tear there, and nobody was quitting out of games. And of course, I had already decided to stop tracking stats and stop recording, so it ended up just all being a lab session, basically. Still some fun games. Made it all the way through, won another natty, but didn't have any of the stats from it, none of the footage from it. And, of course, Mendoza probably had 4,000-plus yards and 50 touchdowns, and I wasn't tracking any of it, so this will be take 2. This will be attempt number 2 at the Indiana season. Hopefully we avoid any of those shenanigans, and I guess if you're watching this right now, it means we were able to put something together and upload it, so enjoy! Oh boy. All-conference player, and he's Tier 3 Mississippi State. I know I'm playing at midnight, roughly, but this was the best you could find for me? Well, good luck, man. Maybe you'll shock the world. And here's our goal sheet that we start every season with. You know, just some standard benchmark win totals. And then that final one down there at the end, win the Heisman Trophy. And if we can ever get kind of a community going here, even just, you know, a handful of people that watch these and comment regularly, I'd really love to have you guys vote on the Heisman at the end. Have it be sort of a comment section thing. You guys decide whether or not I had a Heisman-worthy player. Let's get it. Can't say I've played much Mississippi State this year. Make a tackle. Gotta assume it's going to be kind of a run-heavy scheme, but I know they do have those like wide set formations, so see if he has anything cool in the bag. So far he's going with Shapen at quarterback and not that like super athletic Camario Taylor, true freshman. See if he comes in at any point. Gonna play some pass coverage here, hoping stopping him to a 2-yard gain on first down. He'll go into pass mode, and I was wrong. Good run. I got maybe he's a runner. Until we see otherwise, I guess we're going to assume he's a runner exclusively. Oh my gosh, that was a great gap shoot. Can someone tackle this man? What a bowling ball. Good gap shoot though. Hopefully we can get him out of these runs soon if we can shoot 1 or 2 of those and scare him. 3 straight runs to start the game. Haven't really been able to shoot one yet and scare him off this. You doing it again? Snap the ball, fool. You are. Oh, he had a hole there too, but Tyreek Tucker came off the block. Jeez, 4 straight runs to start the game. 3rd and 7, are you finally going to pass? 4 straight runs to start the game. Presumably this has to be his first pass, right? Gonna just go with some zones, feel him out. Can we get a knockout? Nice, good play, good knockout. Gotta assume he's gonna go on 4th. Doesn't look super comfortable passing though. We're just gonna send some crazy mid-blitz heat at him here. He's had the ball for almost 2 minutes and he's at his 30-yard line, so I either want you to score quick or I want this ball. Oh, and they shot through real quick. Okay, yeah, good start. I was not going to let that guy run 80% of the time and have a drive that took a 1/4.5. So we were setting some zone drops, attacking real hard there. If he bombed us for a touchdown, hey, at least we get to play some offense. And luckily, Aiden Fisher, I think, shot right through. Quick sack. Let's see if we can score on our first drive of the season. Super short field to start, right on the cusp of the red zone. I think we have just enough space to make fade stop work here. That runoff's not going to do a great job running off just because the back of the end zone's there, but oh man, we couldn't get our comeback route on. I hope Becker can hang on the stop route. Nice, great start, great start.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the route against man coverage.
We've got Roman Hemby in at the tight end position. Should create a good mismatch if it's man coverage, and it looks like it is. If it had been zone, we were going to look for Cooper. I think Hemby should just win quick to the outside. Great start. 2 for 2, only 22 yards, but a touchdown. Way to go, Hoosiers. Way to go, Fernando. Way to go, Roman Hemby.
Looks like he's going to try to return it.
Ball! Get it! Oh, he got it. Great tone setter, though. That was Aiden Fisher on special teams now. And that's why you guys may have heard me in that specific episode from the Clemson series where I kind of ramble a little bit more. As long as I have time in the play call or the pause menu, I mean, after doing like normal depth chart stuff, if I have time, I always put starters in on special teams. Good knockout. And it's really just like the second string unit at all the positions is what covers special teams. So like you take your starting strong safety and put him at backup free safety. You take your starting free safety, put him at backup strong safety, that sort of thing, and then just like have each starting linebacker backing up the linebacker next to him, and that's how you get all your starters on the field for for special teams. Not going to pretend, oh, this guy's not very good. I don't think this guy's going to be here much longer. But yeah, it's not a huge thing, but I notice a little bit of a difference. I think just they get off blocks better, they make tackles better. Once or twice a season, maybe you get a strip, a fumble on a kick return, bigger hits, bigger hit sticks, that sort of thing. So yeah, if you have time, you're willing to get that sweaty and nerdy, if you want, that's how you would get, better players. Get him! Oh no, surely not. Oh boy. Oh, he's open. Oh, but he overthrew it. They bumped into each other. D'Angelo Pons, first pick of the year. Yeah, and this guy's gonna bail. What a bummer. That was probably to be expected, though. Yikes. Throw the stats up from that game. Barely a quarter. Got one possession, 22 yards, but a win's a win. Good start to the season for our defensive captain, Aiden Fisher and D'Angelo Pons. And we're going to hop right into game number 2. Not wasting any time with that. That was pretty much nothing.
Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Great matchup. 1 versus 2. National championship rematch. He is a Heisman player. Doesn't look super goony. He only won 1 natty on your way to Heisman, even in those lower tiers, but at least it's a Heisman player. And since that first game was so freakishly short, and most of these games end in quits and are short, I think I'll probably do one of those games where a lot less edits, cutting out all the downtime that I normally would do. I know some of these videos are long anyways because I like to do 2 games at a time unless it's a full, complete game. But I won't edit out all the stuff, and I'll kind of just talk and ramble through my thought processes in between plays and that sort of thing. Right now we're just setting our depth chart, and here's what I was talking about from that last game, how we just go through and put our starters at one position, at like the backup of the position right next to them, and it just gets, your best linebackers, your best safeties on the field for special teams, for kick coverage. Start every single game with the same play with Indiana, as long as it's not off of a turnover or anything. Looking for Cooper deep. If not, we have him be on a check down, hopefully. Oh. He did break on that pretty good, but that's why you put Roman Hemby there. Instead of a backup doo-doo tight end, it's one of the better receiving backs on the game. Wasn't a great read. And he was in cover 4 quarters, so we're going to test him early, see if he's a guy who just trusts cover 4 quarters, and we're going to set up a cover 4 quarters bomb. If that cornerback bites down on Becker on the return, Williams should run right by, and he did. Good throw, green ball, touchdown. That play was covered in my offensive tutorial video. You got to be a little careful with it. Just because you read cover 4 quarters on the previous play call screen doesn't mean it's a guaranteed success if they have zone drops on or anything. But second play of the game, we were going to see what this guy was all about, and sure enough, he likes to just sit and cover 4 quarters. So the bomb worked. 7-0 Hoosiers. Pretty awesome start to the season so far. Now let's rally down there and make a tackle. Knock his head off. Get him. Yeah. Not even at the 15. Love it. First couple of plays, or at least in like the pre-play, like play call menu, first couple of plays of every game, we're just going through and getting all of our guys set up. I always believe, run the clock down those first couple of plays, get that all set up, and then you don't have to worry about it the rest of the game. You can bounce around to the 2 or 3 formations you like to use, and everyone's already there. Good gap shoot. Oh, way to fight through a block, Aiden Fisher. Liking what he's all about so far. He had a sack in the first game. forced a fumble on a kick return, shooting the gap early in this game. I think this defense is going to be a little weaker than Clemson's. Rally, make a tackle. Oh, good hit, Boykin. Like, they have good ratings across the board at every level. Indiana does, but the speed's a little light relative to Clemson. I do love that they run the same defensive playbook as Clemson, the 4-2-5. Oh, another gap shoot. You're not running on me on 3rd and 2, man. Oh, and he's no huddling. All right. Let's set up some coverage pretty quickly. We're just going to protect the sticks. If he did try to scramble, we should have a wall right at the first down line, so I don't think we got to worry about the scramble. Switch stick, try to stay on people. Everything looks covered. No way, right? Yeah. Whew, gosh, I'm worried this guy's going to quit out real early, too. And right, kind of the same thing we did in that Mississippi State game. We're right at the edge of the red zone. Let's see if we have enough space to get that stop route in there. I'm a little worried, just he won't run off as far. Luckily, he left Surratt totally isolated, and you're going to lose that every time, buddy. What a start. Fernando, 3 for 3, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. It is 14-0, and we are not even 2 minutes into this game. Yeah, overall ratings-wise, like every single member of this Indiana defense is pretty on par. Oh, shot the gap again. Pretty on par with the other elite defenses on the game. The overall ratings are awesome at pretty much every level, but just a little, I think there's a speed problem relative to some of the other, like Ohio State's, Texas, even Clemson. Like Aiden Fisher, the guy we're going to use her, like -9 speed relative to Sammy Brown. Wade Woodass, a linebacker for Clemson, is the same exact speed as a safety, Devin Boykin, that we use in a linebacker spot, except Woodass is like 6 inches taller and bulkier. And Pons and Sharp, the 2 cornerbacks, are both really fast for Indiana, but all 3 of the safeties are a little slower. Oh gosh, and speaking of, oh man, yeah, I should have backed him up. I don't totally hate that though. Him scoring a touchdown might keep him around a couple of extra drives. I think if we had picked him off or forced another stop there, he might have quit. So in a sense, I'm kind of glad he didn't, though that is pretty crappy first touchdown of the year to give up. But I don't think this guy's going to be much of a threat. But that was the exact sort of, as I was talking about it, Farrell, phenomenal overall safety, has good abilities, good overall ratings across the board, but he's only like 87 speed. And I probably should have backed him up there just to make sure a streak didn't get behind us, especially with that inverted cover 3 that I run. So we'll learn from that. That won't happen again. But yeah, just as a whole, across the board, their speed's a little light relative to the other top tier, tier 1 elite level teams. I love playing with them, but it's noticeable when you come from Clemson or using like an Ohio State or something. The speed on the defense is definitely lacking. We'll go with our other goofy Roman Himby play here. I prefer this to be on the left hash, but I want to give him a different look and not run the same starter play we ran last drive, so we needed something. Yeah, we'll take 8-9 yards. Fernando, 4 of 4. 2 of 2 in the first game, 6 of 6 to start the year. And right hash, this spot on the field, perfect time for fade stop. Let's see if you finally put somebody underneath Surratt. No, you did not, so we're just going to keep throwing that. You will learn, or you won't. Oh, get off me. Oh, and he's just running through people. Yeah, we're going to throw the comeback to our best receiver until you are willing to put somebody underneath. Covered that pretty extensively in my offensive tutorial video. Highly recommend it. It'll change your game. Oh, Becker was breaking open. I do like that I stepped up in the pocket, though. That actually turned into a 2-yard gain, technically. But if I had half a second, Becker was breaking wide open. Let's see if we can just get Becker right here. Yeah. Same basic idea. Distract underneath and have Becker come in behind it. Let's get you going, Charlie B from Nashville, Tennessee. Use the packages to get him in at tight end here on that left side, number 80. A little bit more speed when he's shooting into this flat. And yeah, he's wide open. Probably not going to score or anything, but another 10-yard gain. Great start to this game. Really in control. Really in a good rhythm. This is our preferred, like, inside the 15, 12-yard line play. This quick fork zig. Ooh, a little bit tougher against cover 2. Like cover 2 zone, because I do just put up a wall there, but cover 3, that's an easy touchdown because the spacing, like the C's just part wide open. Cover 2, they kind of create a wall right there. We still gained, 6-7 yards, but ooh, Nowakowski. He had a fullback dive touchdown in the national championship against Miami. Tried to get him one there. He came up just a little bit short. So we'll just come back out and goal line again, read his defense, and then kind of pick between QB sneak, fullback dive, or halfback toss. This looks like a great front for the QB sneak, so we'll make a quick audible to the QB sneak. Fernando, yeah, just like the national championship, getting a rushing touchdown against Miami. Looked a lot cooler in the national championship, though, running over people, lunging, diving, but great start to this game, great start to this season so far. Let's see if these starters on special teams can knock somebody's head off or create another fumble. That's why I put you out there. Oh, no. Why would I say that? I just jinxed myself. Way to chase him down, though. Yeah, so not in any way a guarantee, apparently. Just putting the starters out there. But I do swear, overall, that you tend to see a lot of people come off blocks a little better, wrap up better, less missed tackles, bigger hits, that sort of thing. But that was pretty funny there. Guy broke off a long one, but at least we caught him down. And dude, you have got to stop running. Got to stop running on first down. It is just way too predictable. We have shot the gap every single time, and you have started every drive in a second and behind the chains. Stop doing that. See, I think he ran a screen the last time he was in. Oh yeah, we're pinning our ears back now. See, you force a guy into a loss on first down with gap shoots and stopping the run, and then you can go full stunts, full pass commit on second and third down, which does increase the pass rush. Now we just got everybody in. Oh, yeah, right at me. Right at Lewis Moore. How big of a return can we get? And are you going to stay? I hope you do. We want to play some full games, man. Stay in for now. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Good game. Throw the box score up from that game. About as perfect as it could go for a quarter and a half, other than that deep bomb we allowed. But 5 different receivers caught a pass on only 8 completions. Fernando 10 for 10 to start the year, I think, between the 2 games. So, awesome start. Here's the season stats through 2 games. Like we said, Fernando 10 for 10, but only 10 passes attempted in 2 games. That's ridiculous. Stop quitting out of games, you nerds. And there's the defensive stats through pretty much a half of football so far in 2 games, but got on the board early with sacks, so a little better than Clemson in that regard. And yeah, I think pretty soon we'll run into some guys who let us play a little bit longer, give us some fuller games, and we'll start putting up some real stats and see who separates themselves. So if you're new to this, just stumbling across it, this is what it's all about. A very good player using a very good team. I think you'll have a lot of fun watching this. You can even learn a lot if you're open-minded. And come back tomorrow. We're posting every day.